Beneath the ruined husk of what was once Solace City, the earth trembled. Dust drifted from the ceiling of the transport shuttle as it dove through a forgotten rail tunnel, its wheels slicing over rusted rails. Kiaro sat strapped to a seat, armored now in obsidian-tinted gear laced with radiant veins pulsing faintly in sync with his heartbeat. He wasn't alone. Across from him sat 3 other hunters, each bearing the silent sigil, a mark that proved they had severed all ties with the Surface Guild and entered the war beneath the truth. One of them, a woman named Rel, looked him over with no attempt at subtlety. "You're the First Flame's brat," she said flatly. "I thought you'd be taller." Kiaro didn't rise to the bait. "I thought silence was part of your job description." She smirked but said nothing more. At the head of the shuttle stood their handler for the mission, a war-scarred veteran known only as Warden Varys. A walking mountain of blackened armor, his voice sounded like stone cracking under pressure. "We're approaching Hollow Zone 9. Recon went dark 42 hours ago. Last ping came from beneath the cathedral ruins. No comms, no survivors. Your orders are simple. Find out why." Kiaro asked the question first. "Lumen fiends?" Varys shook his head. "Worse." The shuttle docked at a crumbling outpost deep underground. The ruins of Solace lay silent, stone cathedrals torn apart by something massive. Iconography of the old sun cult still lingered on walls, half-melted depictions of a god-shaped light that had long since gone dark. They moved quickly, descending into the catacombs beneath the cathedral. Cold air swept through the narrow corridors. The further they went, the more Kiaro could feel it, like his body was responding to something unseen. The light inside him trembled, and then they found it. A circle of corpses, hunters, devoured and hollowed out, their armor split from the inside. Standing in the middle was a single figure, back turned, kneeling beside a broken altar. Kiaro stepped forward. "Hello? Are you—" The figure stood and turned. It was a boy, no older than Kiaro, with white hair, silver eyes, and a glowing mark just like Kairo's across his chest. But where Kairo's pulsed with steady gold, this boy's burned red, unstable, cracked, bleeding energy into the air. "You have the light," the boy whispered. "Just like me." Then, without warning, he attacked, faster than thought. A blade of condensed light formed in his hand, jagged and wild. He lunged. Kiaro barely dodged, the strike cleaving into the stone wall behind him like butter. The others reacted too late. One of the hunters was hit, slashed across the chest, her armor sizzling as radiant fire ate through it. Kairo's instincts took over. He drew the light from within, activating the first seal. His blade formed in his hand, clean, focused, radiant. Clash. Clash, flash. "Blow for blow! Why are you doing this?" Kiaro shouted mid-fight, breath ragged. The boy grinned, eyes wild. "Because I remember what the light really is." He leapt back and raised his hand. Around him, corpses began to twitch, the fragments of light in their bodies rising like smoke, then slamming back into them. They stood, twisted, reanimated by light used in reverse. "You call it power," the boy growled. "I call it a weapon." Kiaro was horrified. "You're not using the light. You're corrupting it." The boy smiled. "No, I'm proving it isn't holy. It's just fire waiting to burn." Then he vanished into a gate that flared open behind him. A rift torn without any summoning circle. The ruins fell silent. Rel limped forward, eyes wide. That mark on his chest. That was a seal, wasn't it? Kiaro nodded, breathing heavily. "Yeah, just like mine." But his thoughts were elsewhere. That boy hadn't just fought like him. He hadn't just used the light. He had unlocked a seal too, and his power was growing faster. To be continued.